Damn, Spooky. You scared the hell out of me.
Why you think they call me Spooky, fool? Where's your brother at?
Hell should I know?
What's this?
It's not a toy.
Smile.
Give me that.
You gonna be hanging out here after hours. You need to be shooting with something that can do a little bit more damage, don't you think?
Pictures can do plenty of damage.
You sure you don't want to hang out with the big boys?
Get put in county like y'all? No thanks.
Young cuz.
Spooky.
Jefferson Warner, a.k.a. Spooky.
Top dog of the Oakwood Crips.
Not anymore.
This is 1PV3. I got a 187 male, Afro-American, approximately 17, at the Venice Beach parking lot. Call the coroner and the crime scene units.
Roger, 1PV3, copy that.
Some try to talk it down. Why everyone bags on my town? Sand and sea, it works for me. Take a look around. It's just another day in LA. Anybody sees more than me. Anybody thinks he is free. Someday, what a letdown. Just another day.
Going, boy.
Not bad. And yourself? Adolf? Hey,
What'd I tell you about talking to trash, Ricky?
step off, Ty.
You heard what happened to Spooky. Now I want you to get where you're going and watch your back.
Let the boy choose his own friends, Tyrone.
Man, you ain't his friend.
Sure I am. It's you who's his enemy. You and all your vine-swinging, malt-liquor guzzling homies.
Man, you mother...
Ty, 5-0.
What you want, 5-0?
What do you think we want?
Unfortunately, I think y'all just want to ask me some dumb cop questions.
Well, where were you last night?
Hey, my homeboy's dead, man. Man, I ain't the one you should be harassing, man.
Don't worry, you're not alone.
Man, I told you, I ain't seen that fat Mexican in months.
Tyrone, if you and your crew violated the truce and killed Jorge Rodriguez, you'd be as guilty as if you put a cap in your pal Spooky yourself.
Pop the cap and Spooky? Child, Holmes, you know that be asking for some serious retribution.
You gonna try to tell me you and your locals haven't broken the truce?
Truce has been good for business, homie.
Oh, yeah? Why? Because with the streets quiet, there's less of us snooping around and interrupting your drug dealing? Oh, you think this is funny, Manolo? Huh?
No, I don't think it's funny. I think it sucks. You pigs just looking to blame us because it's easy. Blame the niggas. Blame the beaners, right? Same old story.
So you saying someone else is doing this?
Think about it, shit. You know how my barrio operates? If we thought that tying his Oakwood Crips had jacked Jorge, there'd be a grip of blood flowing in the streets by now. You know?
Well, if it's not the Oakwood Crips and it's not the Venice Locos, then who is doing this?
If I knew that, the mother'd be wearing a toe tag by now.
This project's called After Hours. It's all shot in the Oakwood area.
At night?
This kid's really got an eye. Hey, you guys were in there so long, I was beginning to worry.
Ricky, show us these are the pictures.
Actually, there's someone else I'd like you to show them to.
Councilman Zevon, we weren't expecting you.
Just thought I'd drop by to make sure everything was in order for the exhibit. You must be the famous Ricky Davis. Not yet, but I will be one day. Well, I'll be sure to remember your name.
You know, Councilman Zevon's the one who's gotten us all those city grants.
Cesar's told me a lot about your project, Ricky. He was right. You're a very talented young man. Thank you. Well, I better be getting back to work. How did you put it? Gritty realism?
Ricky sees things in the shadows no one else even realizes are there. It's a real gift.
Well, I have to go, but if there's anything else you need, let me know.
And thanks again, Mr. Zevon. Hey, Bobby Cruz. Long time no see, Bobby.
Not too long. Look a little bigger since the last time I saw you.
Food on the outside's a lot better in the cafeteria at Lompoc.
Well, it looks good on you, man. Freedom suits you. Hey, was that Andrew Zevon who just left here? Guy from the city council?
Studio's patron saint, my friend. He's helped tons of kids dodge bullets and drugs.
Unfortunately, I've got 3 who couldn't. 2 from the Oakwood Crips and 1 from your old crew.
Jorge, I heard. And you're here to find out if they've gone back to war.
Both sides say they're still honoring the truce, but...
They are telling you the truth, Bobby. Believe me.
Hey, can you enhance that?
What you mean, a Nazi?
Do you know him?
No. I live across the street from him. Name's Ed Drazian, but I call him Adolf. I also call him Spawn of Satan.
You're proud of it?
I'm spreading the truth.
You spread hatred.
I disseminate information. How people respond to it is their own business.
Really? Then why'd you set fire to the administration building at Pacific University?
They hindered my constitutional right to expression. They have no business influencing young, impressionable minds.
You incited a race riot on campus where 2 impressionable minds got beat to hell.
I struck a chord, didn't I? People got impassioned. Look, cut to the chase or I'll call my lawyer, because I don't need to be stuck in a sweatbox with a beaner, with a badge and an inferiority complex.
You want to end up back in Chino with the rest of your Aryan brothers?
You ain't got nothing on me, Officer Taco.
The guy is a Nazi psycho with a record for assault, disorderly conduct, and possession of illegal firearms.
But he's also a psycho with a constitutional right and an alibi.
Oh, come on, Lieutenant. Drazian moves back from Idaho 2 months ago wearing a swastika, and suddenly we got 3 brown-skinned guys pumped full of lead from a 7mm Luger? Come on, it's not too hard to figure out.
It's not so easy either. We've canvassed for witnesses. We've checked all the local gun shops for the sale of Lugers and ammo, and so far we've turned up a zip. Look, Bobby, I understand your frustration, but unfortunately, Drazian is not the only racist in town.
These racists actually think they're waging some kind of holy war. They'd sooner do time or die than crack in the interrogation room.
Then we'll crack them from the inside.
Okay, listen up. Now, your uncle's name is Russell McCarthy.
From Montana. I spent every summer with him until I was 17. We'd hunt, fish, go to Aryan rallies, write letters of support to our brothers in prison, and listen to lectures on Hitler's philosophy.
Hey, you really created a thorough cover for yourself.
It's not really a cover.
What?
Look, you want to know why I don't keep in touch with my family? Now you know.
Does anyone else?
Would you go around telling people you spend every day trying to forget?
Right, because it is light. And as in the world around us, light is representative of all that is good. It is the means, but it is also the end. The way in which we find the way, God's truth.
And the truth shall set you free, amen!
In 1920, 1 out of every 3 people on this planet were white. Today,
only 1 out of 12.
It's a sad world we live in, sister.
But how could this happen?
You know, any good intention taken to its extreme ultimately becomes bad. Our people have historically been so concerned with helping others resolve their own issues that we subsidize their survival at the expense of our own.
You know, rumor has it that you'll be taking over for Cross someday. Hearing the way you put ideas into words, I bet my very last nickel on it.
That'd be our last nickel, sweetheart.
Excuse me a sec.
the boy's name is Ricky Davis. Do you know him?
I see his muddy little mug every morning dirtying my street. Looks like he's got as much right to be there as I do.
But he doesn't, does he?
How'd you get in here? Come on, please. Just hold on a second, okay? Wait.
You stubborn trailer trash redneck! You want to go blow our money on buying another gun instead of fixing that truck? That's fine! Just don't come back here after.
Hey, what kind of piece you looking for?
Something to match this here bad boy?
Well, I can make a couple suggestions if you promise not to tell your wife.
She might be the mother of my future child, but she ain't never gonna be my wife, that's for sure.
What the hell did you say, smart mouth?
He said that he loved you, and that he feels blessed that you're gonna have his baby.
Well, hello there, neighbor. I got so caught up the other night, I never did introduce myself. I'm Cory Lynn Bishop.
I'm Ed Drazen. I like your spirit. Nice to have you here.
Likewise. We haven't always been so lucky with our neighbors.
Hey, I'm Russell Butler. I've read some of your essays on the Brotherhood's website. I like that stuff you're talking about.
Russell's uncle is Russell McCarthy from Montana.
You mean the one that was up there helping Matthews before he got killed by the commies?
Yeah.
Well, I'm impressed, friend.
If only the scenery here was quite so impressive.
Will be someday.
Russ dragged us west so he could be useful to the cause. Said your newsletters inspired him to want to help reclaim this territory from the enemy.
Is that so?
As much as I love the justice in letting these animals kill each other, I don't believe that I should stand idly by. And, well, hell, I'd do anything for you and Cross, so...
Well, we got a lot of good soldiers around here, Russ, but we could always use someone with your pedigree.
Yep.
Who's this? Aaron! Phone! Aaron's my bleeding heart, liberal, confused sister. Aaron, I want you to meet your new neighbors, Cory and Russ. Don't talk too much. You might not make a bad impression on them.
You know, just give me the phone.
Not with that attitude.
Can you please give me the phone? Shark. Hello?
Your woman, is she pure?
Yeah, quarter Cherokee. She's from Oklahoma. Is that all right?
Yeah, Indians don't bother me that much. Especially ones that look like that.
She drives me nuts.
Wait a minute. Are you... Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Was it usual for him to be here late at night?
No, he must have been getting things ready for the exhibit this weekend. Oh, my God. How am I gonna tell the kids?
Know what this is?
A shell to a 7.65 Luger?
How much you want to bet it's from the same gun that killed Jorge, Spooky, and One Eye?
What I don't understand is that Caesar wasn't even gangbanging anymore.
Maybe all that mattered is he wasn't white and he lived in the Oakwood area. What did Aaron say about the back door?
Says they lock the door even in the daytime, and the only ones who have the keys is herself, Caesar, and the landlord. How many witnesses saw you at this meeting last night?
Plenty more than you need to question.
Why are you staring at me?
You must realize that you're the epitome of the Aryan ideal.
And is it ideal for an Aryan to lease properties to minorities?
When Erin Drazian approached me, she said the studio would use visual arts to help local kids. She was a pure white blood and good stock, so I trusted her.
What do you know about the guy who was just killed?
You mean the bean picker? Nothing. Except he was probably shot by one of his own kind. You more than anyone should know. That's how all subhumans operate. Which is why the races will never dominate.
Mr. Cross, your lips are saying one thing, but your wallet is saying another.
Officer, this country is influenced less by ideas and more by wealth. If I increase my wealth, I increase my power base. If I increase my power base, I can change the world around me.
Sorry if I seemed rude this morning.
Well, your brother was being a jerk. He has no right to talk to you like that, even if you do disagree with his ideas.
And yours.
Look, hon, I'm carrying a man's child, and the way I was raised, where he goes, I go. At least I have to learn to sound like I agree with him. Is this your coworker? You two were close, weren't you? Look, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to intrude. It's just that I was walking by and thought it wouldn't be neighborly if I didn't stop. I'll be happy to.
We were, engaged. Right, me and a Mexican.
Did your brother know?
Caesar insisted that we hide it from everybody. He thought that Ed would kill me.
Erin, I'm sorry. I really am. What's the matter?
Ricky's negatives, they're gone.
Are you sure that's everything?
Sir, and I created a bit of chaos per your suggestion, so nothing particular was noticed.
You're a smart young man, Edward, and you're going to have a bright future, unless something gets in your way.
Such as?
Such as yourself.
What are you talking about?
Cesar de Valle, Jefferson Warner, gang named Spooky, Jorge Rodriguez.
3 reasons why the world's a better place. What more do you need to know?
Definitely sounds like motive to me.
If we can prove Ed found out about Caesar and his sister, what it doesn't explain is the other 3 victims. In the meantime, see if you can get Ed to talk about it.
Look, I gotta go.
Tell me you're not responsible.
Hey, Ed, everything all right?
Oh, yeah, man, we're cool. It's cool. I don't understand.
We do not operate like they do. You're not an animal.
No, I'm a soldier. That's your word. I'm a soldier, and this is a war for the survival of our people. And casualties are a part of any war.
Words are our weapon, along with the truth. If you bring down this kind of attention, this kind of heat on us, it's all over.
Maybe your precious rhetoric should have been a little bit more specific. Because the meaning was pretty clear to me. I was following your orders.
You're talking back to me, Edward? Because a good Aryan soldier always knows his place.
No, sir.
Arrest him right now.
I know what I heard.
What you heard was two suspects arguing, not a murder confession. Now get back in there.
You got a woman like that, and you're asking me questions about Ed's sister.
I got this cousin in San Diego. Good guy. Before he meets her, I want to make sure those rumors weren't true.
What are you talking about?
I heard she was spreading them for that wetback she was working with. Yeah, I got that on good authority, pal. That's right.
Yeah, well, maybe Ed knew.
Took care of the problem himself, you think?
You ask a lot of questions, you know that?
The hell you guys talking so damn serious about?
You sit here and trying to motivate us, and all you're doing is telling a fairy tale from your daddy's day about how L.A. used to be like.
And will be again. Once we've achieved our goals.
Maybe we should start by cleaning up our own families, huh?
What the hell are you talking about?
It's all this boy does, Ed. It's talk. First he starts asking me questions about Cross and him being pissed off at you today. Then he starts shooting off his mouth about your sister.
Well, I heard she was disgracing you. Dirt in her pure blood with a little south of the border spice.
You know, the people that repeat that kind of talk are usually the same cowards and hypocrites that hide behind talk.
Hey, she embarrasses you, she embarrasses all of us. I'm just looking out for the cause, that's all.
See that? That's pure Aryan blood right there. And I'd give every drop of it to help my brothers. Now you know where my blood comes from. And I know where yours comes from. The only question is, what are you gonna do with it?
Everything all right?
Depends on your boy here.
Everything's fine. Just go in the kitchen and clean something.
Go! Are all reporters as nosy as you are?
Asking questions is how we learn about things that interest us. Why don't you like answering them?
Usually only ones asking are cops.
And you don't trust them.
Why should I? They ain't never did nothing to help me. You think they're even looking for the crackhead who tore up the studio?
Actually, that's what I wanted to talk to you about. Your negatives were the only ones that were taken from the studio that night. Do you have any idea why?
I don't know. Maybe the guy was tripping. I'm just glad my best stuff was at the lab.
You have more pictures?
A roll from a couple of nights ago. They're being put on disc.
Hey, monkey! Isn't it a little late for you to be out of your cage? Is the zoo not safe now?
Out of here, Ricky.
I'm not going anywhere.
Get out of here. I'll be fine.
They sure can run, can't they?
Well, at least he left us something to play with.
Just let me get back in my car and there'll be no trouble.
There'll be no trouble, master. Say it.
Go to hell.
You show a lot of spirit there, Aunt Jemima. I'm gonna break it.
Aunt Jemima? You know, the only thing worse than a redneck is... Gee, now that I think about it, there is nothing worse than a redneck.
I hate to admit it, but this one's kind of pretty.
Looks game enough to give us some fight, too. Doesn't she, Russ? Think you can take her?
I think you should leave her alone. Don't you know they carry diseases? Now turn around.
What?
I said turn around, so I don't have to look at your ugly, black face. Now you know what I'm gonna do to you, huh?
Not much, considering you don't have the equipment.
Just consider yourself lucky that you get a feel when a God's chosen people?
Ah! Man, let her go!
Well, what do we got here? Kunta Kinte. Is this one of your here bitches, Kunta?
No, his mama's his bitch.
That's funny. Coming from a guy whose mama sold it for nothing more than a bottle of cheap wine.
Oh, you're dead.
Stop, police!
Hey, back off! Back off! You all right, miss?
I'm fine.
What the hell is going on here?
We're just, you know, having a little friendly chat about cleaning up the neighborhood streets. That's it.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but I'd do anything to be back on patrol right now.
Judges these days require a lot more before granting warrants. You just bought us a little bit more time.
Damn, Cory, did you have to wait so long before getting Bobby and Monica there?
Keep it together, Granger. We're getting close.
You didn't see her face.
It's all part of the job. I'm sure she understood.
She shouldn't have to.
Damn, Ricky, you took all these?
Let's look at that one.
Okay.
I'm serious, Ricky. You've got a heck of a future.
No offense, sister, but this magazine you're reporting for, they better know that these pictures are worth a lot more than 1,000 words. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, Ty, you can't be putting a price on art. But when I start shooting the supermodels, then you can worry about the green, okay?
That one. Blow that one up, will you?
What the heck is that?
Not what. Who?
Now, I don't know much about politics, but I'm guessing. A picture like this gets out, local hero getting tight with Satan. That'll have what you call a negative spin, right?
Frankly, Miss Williams, I don't believe in the term spin or the notion of it.
So when I write my piece on the Oakwood Visual Art Studio, are you saying that I don't find some way to downplay the recent violence there?
Absolutely not. Because once again, these brave kids have found the inner strength to triumph over adversity.
Is it possible that this attack on the studio was aimed at you?
Or what I represent, perhaps. There are many powerful white organizations in LA who would like to keep the brothers and sisters trapped in their own barrios until they exterminate one another. The thing they fear the most is the Latino or black who escapes and flourishes.
You're talking about somebody like Malcolm Cross?
He personifies everything about these new white supremacy organizations.
I've seen the two of you battle it out in the media.
He's got real passion. It's what makes him so dangerous.
What's Cross like in person?
Haven't had that pleasure yet. For his sake, I hope I never do.
Zevon's had big money transferred into his bank account for the past 6 months.
About the same time the telephone calls began between him and Malcolm Cross.
And at the same time, he's been quietly pushing for rezoning in his old neighborhood. He's trying to create new commercial area surrounded by expensive homes.
So the local hero is selling out his roots.
And guess who owns those roots? And guess who's going to get a big payoff if the city council passes it?
Malcolm Cross.
Can we say kickbacks?
If it comes out they're in bed together before the rezoning gets approved, Zevon and Cross will both lose, and that's just a hell of a lot of money. Also their careers.
Which makes Ricky Davis's picture very valuable and very dangerous.
I think it may already be too late, Lieutenant.
No negatives?
We're still searching. There's an email sent from this computer to Zevon's. The content's been erased, but it had a photo attached to it.
You think Ricky's looking to make a few bucks off of Zevon?
I don't know, maybe. Ricky's a pretty smart kid.
All right, I'm gonna send Strickland over there. In the meantime, you guys keep looking.
Wait, Monica just found something.
Is it the negatives?
Better. I think it's our murder weapon.
Ricky! Ty, open up! Come on, you guys, it's Jamie Williams!
Hurry up, Ricky! The bus leave in 15 minutes.
So, Ty, you really think we can get good money for those negatives?
Put it this way, we getting out of this hellhole.
I'll still be able to enter the contest, though, right?
Right. Little brother, life is a contest. And trust me, you already a winner. Big time.
I don't understand why the sudden change of heart.
Sometimes a student shows his teacher the light. Philosophers like me deal in ideas and words. But it takes men of action to give them significance.
You mean like this mission you said you had for me today?
There's a nuisance in your territory. As we speak, he's poised to ruin all our plans to sanitize your neighborhood. You'll find him here.
Now, this email's addressed to that beaner politician Zevon.
From your old enemy, Tyrone Davis, who's now added blackmail to his list of misdeeds. I knew nothing would give you more pleasure than finally removing this dark thorn from your side.
You in business with Zevon?
A strong adversary is important when waging a war in the public eye. Otherwise, the Jewish media discredits you as merely a bully. And in a strange twist of fate, Zevon and I, and you, Ed, currently have a mutual enemy. I thought you'd be honored to handle it. Shall I ask someone else?
No. I don't want to do it. I want to watch that animal die.
That was my grandfather's.
Erin, your brother's not home. Do you think you know where he could be?
No, why?
This just isn't a common gun. 4 people from the Oakwood area, Hispanics and blacks, were killed with a gun just like this, including Caesar.
You think Ed did this?
We need the fingerprints to confirm it, but that's what we're expecting.
I'm sorry, Erin.
Lose a piece.
What the hell do you want?
Give me the film.
Ed, I know I'm not supposed to ask any questions here, but I'm kind of confused.
This animal's trying to hurt Malcolm and the Brotherhood.
This ain't about your Nazi leader. I'm supposed to meet Zevon.
Give me the film, boy.
I ain't giving you jack, especially since you're about to kill me anyway.
Ed, Malcolm Cross, he lied to you.
What?
Zevon's rezoning your neighborhood, so Malcolm can sell out to some big developer who's gonna tear it all down and build up new high-class buildings.
No, he's buying everything to clean it up.
You're right. But first he's got to get rid of the trash, especially the white trash. Malcolm's paying Zevon a pretty penny to make it all happen.
How the hell do you know about all this?
I'll show you. We're always talking about seeing the truth, Ed. Well, here it is.
Just because it's in front of his face doesn't mean he'll see it.
Aaron, what the hell are you doing here? Get out of here before you get hurt.
Is that why you killed Caesar? To protect me?
The thought of you and that sleazy Mexican makes me want to die.
You deserve to die.
I did it because I love you.
After years of hatred and anger, he taught me peace. He showed me that the world was a better place. You destroyed everything!
Aaron, I'm a police officer. Put the gun down.
Good, then you can arrest me when I'm doing...
It's not worth it. He's not worth it.
Yeah, maybe not. What about all the lives he took? And the ones he has yet to take? Isn't that ironic? This is the gun you bought me, Eddie. The one you made me keep in my car from when the mudmen tried to jack me. Funny thing is, the only men who ever tried to hurt me were white.
I'm assuming you're done.
Not quite. You lied. To me, to all of us.
I've never lied to you, Ed. My whole life, my purpose has been to discover and share truth, God's truth.
Shut up. None of this has been about God or his truth. It's been about greed. Your greed. Zevon's greed. You made a deal with that devil. And me and the rest of the Aryan brothers who got you where you are. We were the sacrifice.
I told you Zevon was able to help our cause.
Your cause? I know all about the plans for the neighborhood.
I don't know what you've heard, but...
He's heard the real truth. He knows you were planning on selling out to commercial developers.
And who do you think would be the owners and clientele? Our people, God's people.
You promised me a better place to live. You promised me if I followed your teachings, my children would grow up safely. And I believed you. And I killed for you.
Your children will grow up safely. With the money we'll pay for your house, you'll be able to move to any number of nice white areas, while the mud people will be swept away to some other little ghetto. You've got to look at the bigger picture, Ed.
Stop it! Stop talking. Your talking has ruined my life.
No, it hasn't. You might have bought into this a long time ago, but you can still cash out. You can cash out like I did. You just gotta make a choice. Make a choice to walk away. Why would I lie to you? I got nothing to gain.
Maybe you don't know what happens when an honest man tells the truth for what he believes.
No, 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 no!
Call an ambulance.
This is 1 PV7. We need an ambulance at Ocean and Fifth.
I'm going to see Kenny.
His little brother. He was playing on the front lawn when he was killed during a drive-by.
You used his tragedy to suit your own purpose.
You liberated him.
You manipulated him. That's what you do. You twist people's pain and rage until it's so trapped inside of them they can't even see or think.
You know what I see? Someone whose only difference from me is that I'm honest.
No! Don't! Don't! You son of a bitch, you're under arrest.
I want my lawyer.
Yeah, and unfortunately, you're gonna get one.
Who are you to blame all that rage on now? Oh, boy.
And none of this would be possible without Andrew Zevon's unfailing commitment to this community and its children. It's because of him that the Oakwood Dreamers are able to do more than just dream. They're actually able to pursue their dreams.
I would like to announce that the LA Herald's Young Photographer of the Year Award has been renamed the César del Valle Award in memory of a young man who is no longer with us, but whose spirit lives on in the work of these kids.
And the $1,000 prize and summer internship at the LA Herald goes to a very talented young man who is inspired to show, and this is in his own words, how things are seen more clearly in the shadows than in the glaring light of day. The Oakwood Dreamers' very own Ricky Davis. Wait. For his photo entitled After Hours, part of a project of the same name.
Hey, what's going on? You're under arrest. You have a right to remain silent, and I suggest you use it, since that picture pretty much says it all.
Just one moment in time. Doesn't tell the whole story.
All the kids who grew up around here, we all looked up to you. We always thought you were so noble, struggling to get where you are. It's too bad you were just doing it so you could forget where you'd been. Come on.
So you're gonna say anything, or you're just gonna wait to breathe until I've gone?
Maybe I don't know what to say.
Of course you don't. So I'll just tell you because I'm sure that you're interested. The DA thinks that the cases against Zevon and Cross look really good. And the LA Herald paid a lot of money to Ricky Davis for that photo.
You mean for the contest?
I mean, they're running it on the front page of tomorrow's paper under the headline, Black, White, and Green. It's about how the only disease in America stronger than racism is greed.
Jamie, wait. Look, can we just forget about all this?
Like you forgot about your family?
Wait. Just because I don't want to talk about them, you think I could ever forget what they are, or who they are, or what they try to turn me into?
But you can never forget about your history, Russ. You're supposed to learn from it so that you don't repeat it.
Jamie, if you knew how much I care about you, you would know that what happened hurt me more than it did you. You think it's bad when hate comes at you from the outside. Well, at least then you can defend yourself. You can fight it. You can let it roll off. But when you're programmed as a kid to manufacture it, when the poison is from the inside of you, there's no place you can go. There's no place to run. And it eats away at you until you're empty.
Do you still feel empty?
No. Because I found reasons to care.